Hey guys, it's Ashley with Pugs and Pearls, and today we are going to be doing another Get Ready With Me video. This time it's actually daylight outside. I am super excited because we are going to be doing something new today. This is new to my collection. This is a Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette, and it is super cute. It's in their little, it's like the mini version. It has, again, suggested like a day and a night look using the first three for the day and the first three for the night, but we're gonna do it my way. So we're gonna use a lot of these shades today. Super excited. This is kind of like a luxury item that I have been wanting to pick up, and I finally got it in the VIB sale, so I was super excited about that. And I'm going to pair it with a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. This is like the cult lipstick that everybody talks about. I have mine in like a super miniature little bullet because I think I got this as like some type of perk when I had a Sephora order, and I was really excited. Whoop! There she goes. Let's not break it. I was really excited because I really wanted to buy this in the full size, but I did refrain since I have a mini for now. But if I use it a lot, I do like that color. I think it's really, really gorgeous. And then we are going to pair that with some of my favorite foundation. This is the Dior Forever and Ever foundation. This is the base tint, and this is the, again, the Forever foundation. They don't make it in this formula anymore. I think they just repackaged it. It's now called the 24-hour wear one. So I need to buy some new ones, but I have enjoyed this foundation. So we're going to be doing a luxury foundation, lipstick, and eyeshadow tonight. To start out with, we are going to do the Sol de Janeiro. This is the Brazilian Kiss lip butter. This is my favorite lip butter. If you guys, I'm going to zoom you in just so you can see a little better. There we go. This is my favorite lip butter at the moment. It's so moisturizing. It's actually in a very big tube, and it has a beautiful, beautiful smell. And then my favorite thing to do is to put on the Smashbox Primer Water. This is in the Coconut So Chill, I guess, flavor scent, whatever you want to call it. I think this was a limited edition one, but the primer water, I just really like how it feels. It's very refreshing on my face. For primer, guys, we're going to be using the Benefit Professional Primer. This is one of my favorite primers. It's a very good smoothing primer to use on your face. It does come in like a tinted color, but it provides me just a great base for my foundation. I'm very, very happy with it, and I've used it pretty much consistently for the last few years, and it's just a favorite primer of mine, although there are a lot of good pore filling primers on the market. But I think it does a good job of just kind of like laying that base down before we get started. Next, guys, we're going in with the Dior Forever Skin. This is going to be a base primer as well. I do use both of my primers when I use this product. It's just kind of, again, a more liquidy type primer. This really makes my skin super, super soft when I apply it. And again, I bought it when I bought that foundation a couple of years ago, and I really think it's just a nice kind of luxurious product. Like, do you have to have it for the foundation? No. But is it nice to kind of play with? Yes. Like, I do feel like it makes my skin a little bit softer, also a little bit smoother. But I do like to use those two primers together. That's just kind of like how I've always liked to do my makeup. This is the Dior Forever foundation. I'm in the shade 10. So again, I use this foundation when I really want to like go out to a nice dinner, or when I'm going to a nice event or like a special work event. It's a really great shade for me, and I just really like it. It's just been one of those that I've kind of preserved. I try not to use it too much because, again, it is an expensive foundation. I believe it's in the $50 range because it is more of a luxury product. So I kind of use it sparingly, and I'm just going to buff that in with my F1 or F80 Kabuki from Sigma. And again, it just provides me with a good amount of coverage. I like the color again, and it does have like a slight smell to it. But I have to say, like, out of like luxury foundations, like, I haven't like tried a ton, but I've tried a ton of like, I'd say high-end or drugstore foundations, and this really is one of my favorites. I am really excited to try the 24-hour foundation from Dior because I'm curious again if it's I don't think they've changed the formula, but they might have, but it should be similar to this one. So that will be the next purchase I make if I do buy like a high-end luxury foundation. And again, I just like to kind of take my time and buff things out. Sometimes I do it like half my face at a time. Sometimes I do it a quadrant at a time, just in case like the foundation is quick drying or anything like that. I want to be able to buff it out before it dries down. And I just think this has a very natural finish with it too. So it does provide some good coverage, but it gives you a pretty finish at the end of the day. I feel like it's kind of like a soft matte foundation. Again, out of all my foundations, it makes me feel the most flawless, I guess is the best way to describe it. Next up, guys, we're going in with the Tarte Shape Tape. This is my favorite. I have it in the shade Light, and again, it's my favorite under eye concealer. It also does a good job of putting coverage on any like blemishes or red spots that I have. Actually, I'm at the end of this tube and I already have a backup ready to go in my collection. The only thing that sucks about this is it kind of is an expensive concealer, but I have found that the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, I've been testing that out, and for $5, I think it's very comparable. I still, again, lean to my Shape Tape. It's like, again, one of my favorite products. I just feel like it's a really good job at like covering up like those dark under eye circles or any discoloration or redness that you have. A little bit goes a long way too, so like if you do put too much on, you don't want to get it too cakey or anything like that. But I do feel like if you need coverage, it provides a very decent amount of coverage. Just kind of blends into the foundation pretty well. Next up, we're going to take my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. This is just a great eye base. Again, I just use a little bit and just put that on each eye and I blend it in. This is another great just base for the eye. Again, it's one of my favorites. I use it in pretty much all of my videos, so I'm sorry if you guys are getting tired of it, but it works, you know? I mean, I'm always on a constant search to find the best products, and I tend to stick with the ones that work really well for me. As you guys have probably seen on my channel, there's a few things that I really don't veer off from, especially when it comes to my brows. Right now I'm, like I said, stuck on that Lip Kiss from Sol de Janeiro. Very, very good stuff. Alrighty guys, next up we're going to go in with this Laura Mercier setting powder. I just tap in a little bit into my little cap here, grab my little powder brush, do a little mix. I'm just going to pat that on. This again is one of my favorite powders, or at least loose powders. It does a great job of, I feel like, again, just like setting everything, making it look really put together. Really seals in that foundation, but it's light. I've never felt like this got cakey at all. It's just a really pretty setting powder. For blush, guys, we're going to go in with my Becca. This is the Flower Child blush. One of my favorites. I use this one again all the time, but again, I use it because it's a perfect like pink flush. It gives me like a natural like rosy pink cheek, and it's like just enough. Again, this is a very like work appropriate one, even though I know we're not really working, or at least going to work right now. Most of us have to work from home, which has been an interesting experience. Next up, I'm going in with the Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. Just gonna pop that on my cheeks. Again, this is such a pretty one too. I love it so much, and I love that it comes in this split. I've been trying to find it for you guys, but I don't think they make it in the split anymore, so that sucks. But they do sell them individually if you're interested in purchasing any of those. But both of those shades are still very available. Next up, we're going to go in with brows. I'm going to take my Goof Proof Brow Pencil. This is one of my favorite pencils to use for my brows. I have repurchased this product multiple times, and again, we need to replace it because I am almost out of it, but I'm doing my best to like get every last drop of this. And this just kind of fills in the holes for me. Like if there's any part of my brow that's like sparse, I just pop this in and it gives me a little bit of color, but nothing crazy. This does come in a good shade range. So this one is in the shade 3. Again, I'm kind of like a light brunette. And then I just use Give Me Brow, which again is just a little bit of a like gel slicker down. It has some fibers in it. And this is in the shade 4. I really am 3, but I guess I wanted to try like what a darker brow might look like. So it does darken my brows like just a little bit. So really I can go in between like the 3 and the 4. But I do like this product. Again, like I rave about Benefit eyebrow products. Like they make such a different range, whether you like precise pencils that are like, again, like a diamond shape like that one is, or if you like gels, like they make the best stuff for brows and you will find your shade, I guarantee. Like they have some excellent stuff there. Okay guys, moving on. Let's go ahead and jump into this gorgeous eyeshadow palette. Again, I'm going to remove this little thing here. One thing that I did find a little weird is like there's no names for these shades, which, you know, I think I spent a little over $50 on this. I would hope that they would print the damn name. But you know what? That's okay. Like I said, like they do number that on the back of it, and they show like the first 3 are for like a day look and the first 3 are for like a night look. We're just gonna, like I said, do our own thing because that's what we like to do on this channel. I am gonna go in with the lightest matte brown, which is this one here. So 1, 2, 3 on this side. And I'm just gonna do that as a crease blending shade just to get us started. And I did swatch these guys. I think the pigment is very nice. The shadows do seem like very nicely pigmented, so I don't think we're gonna have a problem there. Certainly not, again, for how much we spent on this. And as you guys know, like I typically don't buy luxury like type products. Like this one truly was a treat to myself. I had been eyeing it, I had done the research, I watched a ton of videos to see like if it was worth the money, and everybody that had it did say they enjoyed it, the quality was there. So again, like we love that. But for me also, like I also purchased this because I knew I would get a lot of use out of a palette like this. It's definitely got very neutral shades, it's got some shimmer shades, which I would wear on like an everyday basis. Like that's just kind of like this is a me type palette for sure. So I was really excited that they came out with like a mini version because I did not want to get the full big one, which was even way more expensive. Next up, we're gonna go in with this next brown matte shade. This is a little bit darker. This is like the medium toned matte in the palette. And we're just gonna go in again with a smaller fluffy brush and just kind of deepen up that corner a little bit. And it kind of has a little bit of it's a nice brown actually. It's gonna deepen up that corner really, really well. I just feel like I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it. It's definitely a palette I feel like I'm gonna wear to work a lot, which I'm really excited about. As you guys know, if you've kind of watched my channel and kind of watched my favorite products from 2019, I really have been loving the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette because again, it's all neutrals, it has a little bit of shimmer, but it's all like work appropriate makeup, like stuff that you can truly wear on an everyday basis, which is just what I personally need for my type of job. Okay, so next up, we're gonna take that last dark brown matte shade. This is the one all the way on this side over here. Again, it's the darkest matte in the palette. And excuse my nails, I need to redo them today, but I just could not wait any longer to film this video because I was so excited to try this palette for myself. You guys, like, I'm just so thrilled about it. And you guys, it's a great shade and it's just blending in so nicely. One of the things that I look for when I buy eyeshadow palettes is how do the colors blend with each other. Some eyeshadow palettes, it all just blends into one damn color and it all looks the same, and I can't stand that. This is just blending in so nicely, like you see a true gradient, which I'm relieved because again, this could have been returned if it did not go well, but I knew it would go well. Like I said, I did a lot of research, and I normally do that when I'm buying a palette that has been out for a while. Like there's normally a ton of reviews you can watch, you can kind of see what people think, and again, everybody's gonna have their own opinion on it and what they think, but you guys, like this is a very, to me, it's high quality. Like I'm so pleased to say that. So pleased. I can't tell you how pleased I am. So next up, we're going to take the, what do I want? Let's take this second shimmer shade here in the palette. It's this beautiful kind of like light pink here. And this is kind of a perfect, to me, like all over the lid shimmer shade. So we're gonna just pop that in. Oh my gosh, and I didn't even have to wet my brush or anything. It's beautiful. You guys, I'm getting so excited about this palette. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. All right, guys, so next up, I'm just gonna do a little bit on the inner corner. I just wanna do a little pop there. So I'm gonna go back in with this like really kind of pointy brush, and I'm gonna take this last shade here, this white shimmer, and I'm gonna use that as like an inner corner highlight, just right a pop of color in the inner corner, just to bring it all the way in and bring it together with that pink shimmer shade. So pretty. And you know, like, I don't think you're gonna get a zillion looks with this palette. Like, obviously, like, there are some things you can do. There are like 3 different shimmer shades. You can get some stuff. I do think they're going to look somewhat perhaps similar, but overall, like, really, really cool. And we're gonna go ahead and just do, I don't normally like to do a shimmer brow bone, but since we're using this palette, like, I'm gonna go ahead and go back in with that light shade and just pop it on my lid. Like, I typically don't like doing that, but I need to find like a little single that I can pull out to do like a brow bone highlight, because I feel like that does not look great, but that's okay. I don't normally like doing a shimmery brow bone, but we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go with it tonight. Next up, guys, we're gonna go in with the Sex Kitten Black Felt Eyeliner Pen. This is my favorite eyeliner right now. I recently discovered it in, I believe it came in an Ipsy box, if I'm not mistaken. It's just a really nice dark black line. Gives you a really great precision. So I try to talk and also do this at the same time. I made this very, very thick tonight. That's okay, we're going all out. Next, guys, we're going in with the Damn Girl mascara from Too Faced. Right now, again, a current fave of mine. Just fluffs those lashes, gives them a little bit of length. I really need a new one. And I've been saying that in like the last few Get Ready With Me videos, so I'm so sorry. I need to go get one. I need to order one. I should have done it in the darn sale, and I totally forgot that Sephora had. But you know what? Too Faced does go on sale, like on their own website occasionally. Not normally for their new products, of course, so that's a bummer, but eventually they will. I am gonna go in with a lower mascara, or a lower lash line mascara. I do like this one from Wet n Wild. It is their Mega Length mascara. Pretty sure this has been repackaged because I do not see it in this tube anymore. I am going to be repurchasing it. I do love it. It's the only lower lash line mascara that I use, just because this wand is so thin, and it's like the only thing that can get my lashes there that doesn't like go all over my face like when I'm trying to put it together. Alrighty, guys, for the last piece, we're gonna go in with this really tiny Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I was so excited about this shade. I do think it's the original, if I'm not mistaken. Again, it's just this gorgeous, like, to me it actually looks like a very mauve-y purple in the tube, although it's supposed to be a mauve-y pink. And it definitely comes off lighter on the lips than it does in the bullet. And it is a mauve pink. Like, I really do like this. Before quarantine happened, I actually wore this to a conference in San Diego, and I just, like, it worked out with every single workout outfit. It was such a good, like, work makeup shade. Super pretty. I definitely will probably purchase this in a full size. Super cute, you guys. And it's just, again, an everyday color for people who like neutrals. So nice. Alrighty, guys, so this is the finished look. Let's do kind of like a wrap up of what we looked at and talked about today. Some of the major ones I just wanted to point out. Again, I already knew that these Dior foundation and base tint, I already knew I loved these, so I just wanted to wear them again today and highlight them because I do think Dior makes good foundation, and I'm super excited to try that new 24-hour range, which again, I think is just this, either slightly reformulated or repackaged. If you know for sure, leave it in the comments below, because that I am a little uncertain about. I am so happy I purchased the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palette. Again, this is just their mini, like their mini version of that bigger palette. It's super cute. It is pricey, but I know that I am going to get a ton of like work everyday use out of this, especially when we finally go back into an office. So I'm so happy with this, and I do love the little Pillow Talk lipstick. I really want to try the liner. If anybody really likes the liner, let me know. I've heard very good things. Let me know if you like any other Charlotte Tilbury products that I should check out. Again, I've only got the eyeshadow and the lip stick. Other than that, I don't really have any of her products because she is, again, a luxury brand. I try not to dip too much into luxury because it's so expensive, but I really have enjoyed trying those products. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.